Hi, my name is Terence and I'm a registered social worker and psychotherapist. I tend to work with people who are struggling with difficult emotions, including depression, including anxiety. Um, I have an emphasis on working with people who struggle with OCD because that is a particular interest. It's a manifestation of anxiety that I find particularly interesting. I find that anxiety that's turned into compulsive behaviors that people have a very hard time navigating. There's so much value in being able to help somebody recognize the cycle that they're stuck in, recognizing that anxiety is a cycle that perpetuates itself, and helping people recognize how they're caught in it and finding ways to be able to come out of that cycle through gradual exposure, which is very rewarding for that individual. A lot of people, myself included, are very hard on themselves. I think we are our own worst critics at times. I think that we tend to be the hardest on ourselves. I think learning to ease up a little bit, I think learning to be able to recognize as I fall into those patterns and to talk to myself with compassion, to be able to forgive some of the things that I couldn't control, that was very eye opening for me. In helping people foster a sense of self compassion, I first help them with acknowledging that the situation that they're in may be really difficult, to acknowledge that the emotions that they're experiencing are normal, but at the same time to recognize that if they were to see a family member, a friend, someone that they're close to going through the same experience, the way that they would approach them and the way that they would talk to them would be very different than the way that they're talking to themselves. And so to be able to reconcile speaking to someone with kindness, compassion, as you would treat somebody else, to be able to use that tone and that approach towards oneself is the way that we can start to foster that self compassion. It's very difficult sometimes navigating all the difficult emotions that are involved with having a partner. Being able to understand and recognize what emotions are showing up and being able to communicate them in very effective ways so that those emotions are on the table, so that needs are communicated in an effective manner, and that steps are being put in place so that those needs are being addressed. I find a lot of value in helping couples start to be able to understand the way that they communicate, to understand how they feel about certain situations, about certain actions, and to be able to come together and work in tandem, to be able to work together to make it through those obstacles together while communicating effectively, while experiencing emotions and being able to communicate them effectively to each other.